Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. We got some anarcho punk for you all today. If you're into punk or want to get into punk and you hadn't heard Crass before, here's your entryway. So I'll appreciate a thank you down in the comments. I've heard so many tunes from Crass, but I've never listened to the discography. So from today, we're gonna pull the trigger essentially and get things moving. I've heard this as far as these first couple of tunes. So we got Asylum, which is essentially like an intro to the record or a spoken word piece, from what I remember. And from there we got the tune Do You Always A Living. It's 1 minute 25. Do You Always A Living. So as far as it not being a first time reaction, don't worry about it. It'll be dead and gone, and then we can move on to some original material. And you know, I still got things to comment on, still got things I'll pick up and so forth. But without further ado, this one's Asylum. Let's get straight into it, people.
I am no feeble Christ, not me. He hangs in glib delight upon his cross, above my body. Christ, forgive, forgive. I vomit for you, Jesu. Shit, forgive. Down now from your cross, down now from your papal heights, from that churlish
Quite a controversial. I think this introduction got removed off of the original record because the label that put it out did not want it on. So Crass established their own label down the line. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, old head punks. So Crass established their own record label and then put it out with this on it. As you can see, this was put out in 1978, and the words that are being spoken could be deemed quite controversial to some.
Petulant child, down from those pious
Let me know what you think of this, alright?
Goat, Billy, I vomit for you. Forgive, shit he forgives. He hangs in crucified delight, nailed to the extent of his vision. His cross, his manhood, violence, guilt, sin. He would nail my body upon his cross, suicide visionary, death reveler, rake, rapist, life fucker, Jesu, earth mover, Christus, grave digger. You dug the pits of Auschwitz. The soil of Treblinka is your guilt, your sin.
The frontman of this band, Steve Ignorant, is still touring and still playing the songs of Crass. I got close family who come from anarcho punk, first wave feminist movement, and like real deep roots of British punk rock music. So, you know, I'm in tune with this sort of stuff. To be fair, I like hardcore me, so I don't attend the events and stuff. But this is a start, right?
Master of law, enigma. You carry the standard of our oppression. Enola is your gaiety. The bodies of Hiroshima are your delight. The nails are the only trinity. Hold them in your corpsey gracelessness. The image I have had to suffer. The cross is the virgin body of womanhood that you defile. You nail yourself to your own sin. Lame ass Jesus calls me sister. There are no words for my contempt. Every woman is a cross in his filthy theology, in his arrogant delight. He turns his back upon me in his fear. He dare not face me. Fear fucker, share nothing with Christ. Sterile, impotent, fuck-love prophet of death. You are the ultimate pornography in your cunt fear, cop fear, man fear, woman fear, unfair, warfare, 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 warfare. Jesus died for his own sins, not
Jesus died for his own sins, not mine.
mine.
Right, what did you think of that? Leave a comment down below. We're moving into some tunes now. Do You Owe Us A Living, a punk rock staple. Let's get on to it.
The home of life.
Of course, someone's capitalising on Crass's music, whether it be the actual band themselves or whomever. I don't want advertisements. Come on, do they owe us a living?
Fuck the military money, it's something I want to say. When I stand on nation, when I trust today, at school I give you shit, drop you in a pit. Try and get up your club because the
Here we go, sing along.
sugar, then you brought example, of how I must obey. This is just a sample, if that's all you ever do, I am, as I live it. Cause I do, oh, as I live it. Cause I do, oh, as I live it. Cause I fucking know, that I'm ripping anymore, blow.
What's this? This Cockney, yeah?
The trouble is swinging. I like what it's blinding. Now that I'm different, you'd love to pass way. You'd love to see me come out. Love to see me dead. Do they own? That's a living. Cause I do. Cause I do. Oh, that's a living.
I like gang chants in the 70s. I don't know who else has done gang chants in the 70s. Maybe like multiple vocals, but like what gang chants ended up becoming in punk music. I don't know any bands that did this earlier. Like the way it's being performed right now.
Cause I do. Cause I do. Oh, that's a living. Cause I fucking do. Leaving that is up to me. I'm never gonna care. Like a this I won't.
You heard that drum beat? Just rolling on the snare there. Military-esque.
I tell him to day, give it a bar, something like that. Make one a bear, and for the smell, do they own us a living? Cause I do, oh, us a living. Cause I do, oh, us a living. Cause I fucking do. Don't take any notice, what the public think. So I'm saying TV, just the worst think. You try to target, do that to the boss. You don't wanna wear it, so you're full of fast. Do they own us a living? Cause I do, oh, us a living. Cause I do, oh, us a living. Cause I fucking do.
Ignorant, proper hard. That was Crass. Do they owe us a living? Yeah, the drum beat, the guitar essentially playing one power chord. What more can be said? Let's get on to the tunes I'm unaware of now. So, Des, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Crasses' Full Feeding of the 5000 record from start to finish. This one's entitled End Result. Let's go. Stodgy bass.
I am a product. I am a symbol. I'm endless. I'm lost. Fruitless. I'm lost. Games. Well, I'm lost in match. Don't sing much shop. Cause I'm in volume in the sun. Start chatting the inch shop. I'm enough. This is things I am body. My child, I don't know. Everyone wants them. I'm the art for that body wants. I'm a stack on everyone new. I'm the left for that body wants to touch. Much. I am a sample. I am a scapegoat. My youngsters.
Yo, let me just add, yeah, there's going to be so many metaphorical sort of ideas and lyrical concepts which apply in a political sense, which I will not pick up on whatsoever, okay? I don't know the real reasons behind half of what I'm listening to. All I can do is pick up on what I can sort of project an idea upon and talk about that. Is what it is, people. Drum beat is ignorant, just primitive, just skanking away. Love the bass line, just so stodgy, just jamming in there with the drums. Probably using a pick. Come on. The guitars are quite pulled back in the production. The guitar is like way back. I can hear the bass line, I can hear the drums, I can hear the vocals before I can hear really the depth and the tempo and what's going on with the guitars. It's quite a backwards production relative to what we tend to hear, and I appreciate that. We've got the next tune entitled They've Got a Bomb. It's quite a long song relative to the other songs. This is 3 minutes 49. Let's get into
Honey
it.
presents the Honey Challenge.
Little bit of capitalism here. It feels wrong having advertisements whilst I'm listening to this record. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. We're listening to the Crass record, The Feeding of the 5000, essentially for the first time ever, because I've only heard so many songs off of this. I definitely heard the first couple. I don't know if I've heard anything from there, so this one's entitled They've Got a Bomb. That dissonance there in the bass line. Does it turn to dissonance? Because initially I didn't clock onto that. That guitar just ringing. No. No. No! Yo! They got a bomb, they can't wait to use it on me. Whoa, was that the dropping of the bomb? That's got to be intentional. This isn't like an editing thing. A problem in the production of this video. Whoa, was that on the record? That silence is incredible. That silence is the most shocking thing I've heard on most of the bands I've been listening to as of recent. The utilization of just pure silence as abrupt as that is that intentional? I hope that's on the actual record. Bruh. Are we speeding up here? I love the drummer and the drum beats. Them drum beats are unlike anything I've heard before, and they are incredible.
For every new smartphone, 619 pounds.
Yes, this one is entitled, let's get on with it. Yes, now bless now. Listening to the Crass full record, The Feeding of the 5,000. This one is entitled Punk is Dead. And if they're making a statement, Punk is dead in 78, wow, how much punk has been experienced at that time? Because I know about UK 70, is it UK 77? UK 77 and UK 82. So, what is 77 significant of? The establishment of punk rock bands? Because I don't know too many predating that. Of course, there's like proto-punk and stuff, or what we consider to be earlier stages of punk rock, but I'm going to ask a few people about that. This is Punk is Dead in 78. Oh, come on.
Yes, that's right. Punk is dead. It's just another cheap product for the country music. Bubblegum rock and plastic chases. Your boss edition, but my bits on the motors. Super, yes, brown, motor, the clash. I'm a revolutionist, just some cash. I'm becoming fashion like it we used to be. I can't be a do it not me. Minutes are seduce, distance, kill. Minutes are express the public will. I become a mimic because you feel lost. Leaders sold out, now we all better come. Punk lost is a man of such a no pub. Steve Jones started doing real work. Which revolution had a kid change. Stuck from the system and give me his name. Well, I'm tired of staring through shit like glass. Tired of staring at my superstar's ass. I've got an ass, crap and a night. I'm just waiting for 50 minutes back. See me, Jones, you're like pop. You're so pretty, mate, you're one of your spot. Pat Smith, you're like pop. Right me out, but it's red nose on. And me, yes, I know I want to know. Is there something I can learn? You're not a piece of super my ankles and eyes and carrots, five and folks stand. To the very city, to the gunner's car. Socially leaving some piece of their rear. What's not a style like double up thing? Skills, one side, but it's on a thing. Punk is dead. 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 Punk is dead.
Yeah, punk isn't dead. It just smells funny. Yeah, punk isn't dead. It just stands at the back of the venue with its arms crossed. That was Punk is Dead by Crass. Quality tune, great bop to it, great bass line in particular. Right bloody upbeat tune. I like that a lot. Next we've got Reject of Society. Let's get straight onto it. Oh, first advertisement, can you believe it? But couldn't hack me listening to too much music without trying to sell me something. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. This one's Reject of Society. We're listening to The Feeding of the 5,000 from first track to last track. Let's get straight into it.
Not for me, matching flaws, sweeping up from not your fault. Not for me, sit out right, just to put in any guns. People off me, I'll side do. Such an ever wouldn't you? You have much of this on me, a reason just to side. Standing on, I'm jumping on it, but I'm got the shit for anything. Like a fly, silly rules, all they are singing fools. You gave us good just money, now you start to worry. Next time I'm the youth, and I'm turning against it anyway.
This is the first track so far that the guitars have actually been quite prominent. In this here, I've got the original recording of the guitars I've been hearing throughout the entire record. In this here, I've got this overdubbed guitar, which is like, what would you call it? Proper overdriven, crunchy, just blasting. It's not super loud, but it's loud enough to actually be heard in the mix, which I can't say so much to the other one. Let's go.
Tell me how long we allow that beat. If them folks come like it, I can trick me off the top. And then go standing long. I don't love like sitting on fire. Turn around and then I run. I don't listen to what I say. You ain't got to start saying.
The vocals are proper frantic and just direct. The vocals are what later I would consider crossover thrash. When crossover became very punk dominated, or at least real like crossover, a lot of emphasis on vocal like that, just peppering them out. Quality. The drums are one of the highlights of this record, because the drum rhythms and the drum beats are unlike any sort of punk act I've heard, which is really cool. Right. There's King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. This one's General Bacardi. We're listening to the Crass record, The Feeding of the 5000, from start to finish. First time I've heard, let's call it 80% of this record. Let's go. Who is General Bacardi? So I'll tell you what's happening with this production, right? It's developing as we go through the record. So the first 6 tracks, yeah, we've had this faint guitar playing. On track number 6 in particular, we had an introduction to an overdriven guitar, like quite a bold overdriven guitar in this here, which actually had a stable place in the mix. Now on this tune, track number 7, not only have we still got that overdriven guitar, but we've got this ringing in this here, accompanying the actual overdriven guitar that was introduced in the last track. So we've got 2 guitars now actually sounding pretty bold on this record, whereas initially the guitars were quite faint in relation to the bass guitar, the drums and the vocals. Cool, that was General Bacardi. Next we got a band from the Roxy, yeah? Now blessed now. Don't forget the rest now. There's that King of the Pit TV signing in live and large. We're listening to Crass, The Feeding of the 5000, essentially for the first time ever. Punk is dead and I'm just here to spread the message. This one's entitled Band from the Roxy. Let's get straight into it. I'm hoping for a true story on this one. This is just a consistent stream of consciousness coming from the mouth of this individual right now. I would say, of course, you know what? I was going to say the drums make the record, because them drums are just so... I haven't listened to much really early punk stuff, so to me, this drumming is very original and unique from what I'm aware of. But I wanted to say that, but then I thought, wait a minute, the vocals are incredibly bold and stand at the forefront. but the dissonant guitars and the upbeat bass guitars, each one of these instruments really plays a fantastic part in this mix of what makes Crass, or at least on this record.
Government protecting their province on the ball. Here telefunction on shining like a doll. $5 paper might ask a little more. And the shit I get, 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 shit I get. It makes shit, it's fabulous the wall. And now I'm on a government, that's what the fuck is for. Oh yes, I say it's defects, say it's decency. A lie irrational, know what I mean? Say fucking lies with impressive frequency. Say we had to do it, keep our lives clean. Who's alive? Who's fucking live? Who the fuck are they talking to? Who's alive? Who's fucking live? Tell you one thing, it ain't me and you. And the system's crossed everywhere. School, army, church, corporation deal. That's a reality, based on fear. Fucking conspiracy, it's not you feeling real. Wrong under me, say they fucking wrong. I can't really live like that, but I've got me some. Man from the rock sea, okay. Never much a plan there, anyway. Go!
Yeah, quality. Quality tune. What can I say? That was a nice bop, very enjoyable. We got G's song on next, but we're going to flow that into Fight War Not Wars purely as it's, you know, relatively short, and I don't just want to give you a 37-second clip, alright? So, bada bing, bada bum. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. This one is G's song. We're going to link this up with Fight War Not Wars, alright? So, we're listening to the Feeding of the 5,000 from start to finish. I hadn't heard, like I said, 90% of this record. I only heard the first couple of tunes. I had a mate of mine back in the day, right? I used to associate with all these different this crazy melting pot of subcultures in the city centre, in this particular space where all the all the outcasted lot went to associate with each other. And I knew a crusty head who had Fight War Not Wars painted on his leather jacket. I don't know what he's doing now, but he was a legend. I'd say his name, but I think it was quite offensive. He had a quite offensive nickname, and I was a kid at the time, and I don't know who gave him that name, but I don't think it's worth saying. This one is G's song. Let's get into it. Come on.
Things got you just a step it down and out. Got you thinking of it through. Got to suffer to get us moving. Lying to me and you.
Oh, that guitar is just like a steam train plugging on. I just want to put some respect on Crass for doing a 36-second tune in 1978. That is incredible. This band was ahead of its time and obviously inspired the punk to come. Because there's so many elements of this band which I associate with punk, which I never would have expected to exist within the 70s.
Got to suffer to get us moving. Lying to me and you. Well, look around and you see who gets the goods. No, you or me. 'Cause they ain't something, no, not for us. They're masquerading like prisoners. They abuse us. Give us all on the foot with the illusion. A contamination. Well, it's not otherwise still around. And they've got no problem underground.
Who was G? Let me know down in the comments. This one's Fight War Not Wars. Drummer going mad on that snare again. Come on. It's a great title. Fight War, Not Wars. Is it just a chant? You know what? The length of it, the gang chants, and just the general sort of atmosphere of the record, that one tune, even though it didn't necessarily have an instrumental of such, like a proper band instrumental, it reminded me a little bit of Negative Approach. Ready to Fight, if you know that tune. Ready to fight, ready to fight, ready to fight. Right, we got the tune Women next. Or Women. Let's get straight onto it.
For every new smartphone, 619 pounds of materials are dug.
This guy's busting a cheeky little, I don't even know what that is, a McFlurry slide or something. Radical Punk is not dead. It's on an advertisement for Back Market UK. Let's get into it. This one's called Women. Check. This is the feeding of the 5000. We're listening to Crass from start to finish. This one is called Women or Woman. Now, it's got to be Women, innit? 1978. I'll tell you what, I have heard a tune from Crass called Shaved Women. And that is absolutely banging. That's a proper tune, that proper energetic tune. I don't think this is on that. This is on this record though. So let's get straight into it. Yo, could you let me know in the comments what's the name of this artist? Because I think with Steve Ignorant now, he's got someone who does these spoken word sections and performs the songs as to which she had performed on. But it's a different woman. I think they still do a brilliant job from what I'm aware, but it's not the original. This is proper protest music, isn't it? What was that? War is men's money they pay with their bodies. What have we got next? Shall we go into the next track? Security Corps. The bassist is going crazy on this tune. Who's doing the vocals on this?
You wanna use me 'cause
Was it I'm a private in a private army?
Private army, I'm a private. In a private army, I'm a private. In a private army.
That may link onto the next tune, but we're gonna move on. Who was on the vocals for that tune? Was that a member of the band? Brilliant. So we had a fantastic bit of spoken word protest. Well, the whole bloody thing is a protest, isn't it? These are brilliant songs. We've got Sucks next, okay? So let's move onwards and forwards.
Honey presents the Honey Challenge.
The Honey Challenge. If you've been keeping up with me, you've probably been given the Honey Challenge so much. Because I get that advertised like every bloody song. There's King of Pit TV. We're listening to Crass. This one's entitled Sucks. This is on the record The Feeding of the 5000. We are listening to it from start to finish. Let's see what we got in store, people. Bit of rock and roll. I believe it. There we go. That was the punch. I believe in anarchy.
I believe in anarchy in the UK.
In the UK. Who is this dude on these tunes? Let me know, cause I've never run into this individual as far as when Crass have been referenced and stuff. So yeah, another very bold song, very bold lyrically. It all gets tied up very nice when it's I Believe in Anarchy. Yeah, I like that bit when the backing came in. It's proper powerful vocal. That was good. We've got You Pay up next, okay? There's King of the Pit TV signing in. This one is entitled You Pay. It's from The Feeding of the 5000. We've been listening to it start to finish. Let's get into it. Come on. Is this one of them things where, because I listened to Napalm Death, Scum the full record, and I didn't know at the time, but my mate told me like halfway through the record they had a completely different lineup because they were recording it through some sort of, I don't know, extensive time, you tell me. Is this the same sort of thing? Obviously Steve Ignorant remained in the band, right, but have they sort of done a thing where they've switched it up nearer the end of the section and got another fella to sort of, I don't know, switch up the sound a little? The guitarist is always making a load of racket with his guitar, but overall the sound makes it work and actually creates quite an easy listening experience. It's not too extreme and just sort of noise for noise sakes. Crass can keep a real consistent upbeat instrumental throughout the entire record while still having this real deep crusty element. And when I say crusty, I don't necessarily mean like the genre of music, but more so just this is a dingier side of punk. This is like the roots of, this is the potato growing under the ground. This isn't the strawberry. This is the potato, mate. Just some some dirty, muddy potato. Just being a nuisance underground, mate. We got Angels next. Hopefully it's a Robbie Williams cover. That'd be alright.
The home of life's simple pleasures.
Yo, advertising me alcohol. If they don't advertise me gambling, it's probably alcohol. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Crass. This one's entitled Angels. Fingers crossed it's a Robbie Williams cover because that'd be awesome. Let's get on with it. We're in the spaceship currently.
I think there's a bit of showman to it as well, because I don't believe
The angels are on TV tonight. Great view, satellite shit. The army has sent a mission to Ireland just to see to it. Kojak is on the streets again. Great view, fucking shit. The army say they see peace in Ireland, and they'll see to it that they keep it live, or it's on the low. Keep it live, that's the low. Keep it live, right there. Keep it live, don't stop. Keep it live, listen.
Jim Callaghan has been disastrous for Britain. I think, yes, Jim Callaghan is perhaps the more dangerous of the two, because he is more successful in conveying the police impression.
Coronation Street is on Swansea Week. Great view.
Oh, did my guy actually reference Coronation Street? Coronation Street is on twice a week.
Coronation Street is on Swansea Week.
Yeah, leave down in the comments if you know what Coronation Street is. If you're outside of the UK, let me know if you know what Coronation Street is. And if you're within it, who's your favourite character? Let me know.
Great view, fucking shit. The army say they see peace in Ireland, and they'll see to it. The army are on the music box. Real world, bullets, dead. They're beating them up and some of they control, just to see to it that they keep it live, or it's on the low. Keep it live, that's the low. Keep it live, that's right. Keep it live, right there. Keep it live, listen.
I assume it's regarding the England-Irish conflict, but I'm gonna piss off some close family of mine and say I was completely unaware of what the deal was with that song. I don't know what it was regarding. I'm very ignorant historically, just so you know, people. Which is why this band in particular probably isn't the best sort of act for me to try to delve into deep. I can listen to the music. As far as the deep sort of social commentary, you know, I don't know much about politics and I don't know much about the historical value of this punk music. So next we've got Crass, What a Shame. Let's jump into it, people. Data Park Water in 6 seconds. What you on about? I don't even know what that's about. Nor do I care. There's King of the Pit TV signing in. This is Crass. What a shame. What a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Let's get straight into it. Sounds like that Buzzcocks song. Which one? Which is the Buzzcocks song that sounds like this? Let me know. It's all like Spiral Scratch, wasn't it? Let me know in the comments.
Take that to bring you down. There are plenty of people standing round. Wait till you're stacking on just a bit. Then I fill you up with passive bullshit. It's too good, it can't last. What a shame. Watch out for the quiet ones at the back. All they want is the smallest crack. Everything's happening down the front. Innocent bystander, you're the biggest run. Fuck the punks, punks are fucked. It's too loud, awful row. They can't fly, they'll give up. In the end, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. It's still the same. That's what you think. Watch out for the quiet ones at the back. All they want is the smallest crack. Everything's happening down the front. Innocent bystander, you're the biggest run. We all know it's so bad that we say so. What a shame.
What? Yes, now bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Crass, The Feeling of the 5000. Start to finish. This one's entitled So What, and we're going to lead it into Well Do They. I think I'm aware of this song. Metallica covered this. Why they covered it, I don't know. I don't know if it was for like a covers compilation, as big bands do, or or if it was just down to a homage and like a one-off every once in a while. But this one is Crass, So What. Let's see what we got in store, people.
They ask me why I'm made for why I'm bad. They tell me I've got things they never read. They tell me go to church and see the light. Cause the good Lord's always right. So what? So what? So what if Jesus died on the cross? So what about the fucker? I don't give a toss. So what if the master walked on the water? Don't see it, try to stop the slaughter. Say I wouldn't have to live for bins if I would go and look confess my sins. Say I should commit no crime, cause Jesus Christ is watching all the time. So what? So what? So what? It means always over my shoulder. Realise the truth
Here we
as
go.
I get older. Get to see what a conny is, because it's my life, my knowing. But I say they're gonna send me away. Say they're gonna make me pay. We're sorry but you gotta go, cause you were naughty, you said no. So what? So what? So what if I see through the lies? So what if the people I despise twist my arm and make me work? I'm no deaf, the fucking chap. I'm no spastic lying in a street. I'm no superstar elite. I'm just a bastard human being. No, you're not. You're a bundle of it. You're a bundle of a street. Cause he wants you to pay. Cause you now and you'll never be free. We can even have your body under your neck. We can take the eyes out your fucking head. Then we'll take 'em out. Use a big key. We can do it, you know. Cause we got your
Yeah, Metallica didn't cover this variation of So What. Did they make it their own? Did they add their own lyrics? Because, first of all, Metallica are definitely not singing this. Metallica and their label would be too shook to have this lyricism as a cover. They would, what's the correct term? They would essentially just cut off way too much of their market by speaking so boldly. I think they tried to make it like quite offensive as far as, you know, using offensive words and stuff, but you know, they kept the anti-religious theme out of it, because this isn't the childish variation I've heard Metallica do.
We'll crucify you like a crucified him. Make it right by our referee win. We got the power and the glory. I've been before in a different story. Story I am coming up that street. Didn't touch on the actual fruit. Didn't tell about bodies. Concentration camps, didn't say about knives. Under the light, don't say the others are still weak. Don't say it's Richard, little fool. It's a human being. What's the link? Not in the slot and shit they did. So you're better quiet, or they're gonna douse my light. Jesus Christ can save my life, but I can always use that knife. So what? 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 So what?
Very, 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 very English. Next we've got Well. Do they? Have you seen how many full stops we got? Well.
To the quiet
Do
heroes.
they? Let's get straight into it.
Back to Blake United. It's somehow what you say.
Alright. Is this a rerun of Do They Always a Living? Is it a bookend? Start and end?
When I trust tonight, I'm sure I give you shit. Drop you in a bed. Try and have you come the back to me. Bring them from the trouble, and I must be. This is not the trouble. That's all you ever. Do they owe us a living? Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they fucking do? Got a woman in bar, right up blow. Used to call me sweetie, but I put it lightly. Now that I'm different.
Is this literally the same recording, or is this a re-record?
Love the bus boy, you love to see me come out. Love to see me down, do they out? Us a living, do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they fucking do? Living out in such a now, never gonna get. Back at this water, it's a little dead. Give it
It's a little bit longer than the one we initially heard.
fire rate, something like that. I'm gonna fair rate. If it's rough, do they owe us a living? Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they fucking do? Don't take any notice what I'm about to think. So I tell it straight, just know what I think. You got a target, 3 months of advice. You don't wanna wear it, say I'm full of advice. Do they owe us a living? Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they do? Do they do? Oh, us a living. Do they fucking do?
Cool. I just listened to Crass, The Feeding of the 5,000. Yeah, I'm going to do a video based on what my opinion of this was, like go into a little more depth. I'm signing out, people. One love.